This episode, we head back south to Java and the Mentawai Islands after our magical riverboat journey to the Tanjung Puting National Park to see all the incredible wildlife there. But before we left Kumei Township, we were generously offered a tour by Rini from Sister Tours, who shared her knowledge of the swiftlet nests exported to other Asian countries for bird nest soup, which is big business here. It jumped pretty high. I'm really impressed at how these things get on the boat.
Yeah.
I wonder what was chasing it to make it jump this high. That's not a pleasant thought. What? Us.
Yeah, and it's like in this perfect position.
So what did you just squish? I just squished a rove beetle. Oh my gosh, what's so bad about them? They release a chemical if you brush them, and they kind of burn your skin. And they gave the boys a really horrible rash that lasted
see the scar on my elbow.
weeks, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
And then that's what they look like alive, the rove beetle.
We're at the end of May and we left Kalimantan in Borneo a few days ago now. 3 nights, 2 days. And this morning we are just arriving into Jakarta, which is Indonesia's capital. We're really looking forward to having a good look around, but the sky is a bit dismal. Jakarta in the haze. Oh, look at them. Woo!
Look at that for a fishing boat. This is so cool.
We entered Batavia Marina in the dinghy and tied off, then found some local transport to sample, and I should say some local driving too. Funny Dave, running away. The cart just started taking off by itself. Thank you, terima kasih. So for a lack of any other ideas of where to go in Jakarta, we've started with Jco, which is the donut shop that we've fallen in love with in Indonesia. We found the next one, Yummo. So this is how we have to do our laundry at the moment because the water is pretty gross in Batavia Marina, just outside.
Yeah, we can't use the water maker, so we've got to come here and get the locals to do the laundry.
Do the laundry. So she's just weighing our bags, sailing bags. We should have brought shopping bags, not shopping bags, rubbish bags. It's alright, would have been harder to carry here. It's beautiful and smooth first thing in the morning, but come lunchtime, everything out here changes. There's not a lot of wind, but the sea state just becomes quite turbulent, it's really uncomfortable at times. The dinghy has been slamming up against the side of the boat, so I've just increased the length of its painter, and that way it seems to have settled down a bit, but I'd hate to pop the inflatable tubes and not be able to go and pick up Dave, who is currently in the immigration office in town getting our visas renewed, and we're doing it about a month early, so it's still a bit touch and go as to whether they're going to do it for us, but he's filling in paperwork, so that's a good start. At night, the city lit up and sparkled despite the smog. But the real excitement was out on the water, where we were bombarded by fish diving into the dinghy and us being pelted by them whilst flicking them back into the water. Every morning, these fishing boats come and surround us with their nets, and they just do laps. It does give me the feeling we're in the way, but we're only here for a few days. We spent some time in Jakarta getting to know a family whose teenagers also study with New Zealand's correspondence school, and they suggested we visit Angkor Dreamland for a bit of fun, and we checked out the aquarium in the same area before we spent a few days relaxing in the Thousand Islands just 30 nautical miles northwest of Jakarta.
just missed this. Huge log, that would have caused some real problems if we'd hit that. That's what we get to enjoy in Southeast Asia.
We're certainly not alone in our anchorage. We've just left Jakarta that you can't see because of all the smog, but we're really only about 6 miles away. This is what we've woken up to this morning. A few neighbours. They were out fishing last night with all their bright lights on, and one of these small fishing boats was right next to us this morning. I looked out my window and he was looking straight at me. With a plan to spend time in the Mentawai Islands, we travelled west towards Sumatra and decided not to anchor at Krakatoa volcano that days earlier had been reported to have shown signs of activity. You wouldn't want to bump into that at night.
No, I don't think they show up very well on radar, would they?
Looks like just the remains of a platform there. All this pollution. Ugh. Well, the smog's so bad along this western Java coast, but it's incredibly industrial and runs almost the length of the coast. We're just inside a shipping channel at the moment. Obviously ferries jump between Sumatra and Java, so we're just trying to dodge a few ferries and make our way down to Krakatoa.
Just had an update sent through from a friend of ours who's a bit further north. It just says that Krakatoa volcano, powerful volcanic eruptions and intense paroxysm today.
Doesn't look like a safe anchorage right now, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Krakatoa is one of 4 islands in the Sunda Strait that form a volcanic caldera, or volcanic crater. It's erupted almost every century, with its most famous being in 1883, when its pyroclastic flow and resultant tsunami killed over 36,000 people. Its most recent eruption was in February 2022, so recent enough for us to keep clear. And he comes back again. Whoa! He's having a blast. He's quite funny. He's got a different technique to everyone else. We're making our way up the coast of Sumatra, heading for the Mentawai Islands, which is a group of islands along a long chain actually, and the bottom few are the Mentawais, and we are hoping to find some surf there. But the conditions out in the water at the moment are pretty fabulous really. No wind unfortunately, so we're motoring, but there's a really comfortable swell and we're just cruising along. What are you going to do about this fish?
Ew! Don't you
Okay, ooh, look, chuck it overboard. I think that's probably our biggest flying fish so far.
I reckon.
We slowed to walking pace to arrive into Tuapajet Sapura Island during morning light, and we anchored near the small township. From there, we could explore and re-provision. And since we're so close to Krakatoa where we are, like the Mentawais are not really that far away from Krakatoa, that it makes sense that in these islands there are evacuation signs and showing what route to take in the event of a tsunami. And I'd like to say it's an unlikely event, but it's just not. So we're going to go and try a redang, which is beef, and it's a specialty here in West Sumatra, and this lady has kindly organised what we're going to be having for our dinner. A little bit spicy for Reef though, so he's just going to have noodles. What do you think, ladies?
Very good.
Yeah, super yum.
Yep.
It so tastes the coconut, right? Not far from Tuapajet is stunning Mango Bay, where we stern-tied to a coconut tree and made the most of the seclusion of this quiet spot.
This is our view. Crystal clear water, and then it's like awesome.
I got into the hammock from the water all by myself. After 20 guys.
And did it look delicate?
Oh no, yes, graceful as ever. So.
Yeah, I don't believe her. What about you, Ruth? No. I think you probably look like an elephant trying to get into that.
Offended.
Slow down, Jay. Okay, a bit more. A bit more.
Here's our... There we go. That's how we access internet. What have we got up there today, Dave?
We've got the Indonesian phone and the Indonesian router with a little 12-volt motorbike battery.
Yeah.
Which which keeps the router going.
Oh, beautiful. That's a really good position. Yeah, he's good.
Woo! Go Reef!
The weather wasn't the best for surfing during our first 2 weeks in the Mentawais, so we sought out other activities and places to explore, such as the labyrinth of mangroves, coral reefs, island walks, and Tuapaget's Burger Bar. Mangrove forests mainly grow in tropical coastal regions, but survive in rather harsh conditions due to the tidal, salty ocean waters they grow in. They're incredibly important to coastal areas, as they stabilise the soft mud to prevent coastal erosion from waves and rising sea levels, as well as providing safe ecosystems for many creatures above and below the water. The reduction in sediment also leads to greater water purity, and they absorb massive amounts of atmospheric carbon. Is there etiquette to getting out of the dinghy?
There is. I'm like the last person getting off. Stop and she goes and stays at the very beginning of the dinghy, and she just pushes it over like standing there. We were about to hit a rock. We were not. Yes, but you did not.
Okay.
Yes, I was trying to get off.
It's a bit political getting off the dinghy. Okay, so we have no idea what's making that noise.
Yeah. Insects, maybe?
What's the guess?
It's too loud for insects. Or maybe it's not.
It doesn't sound like crickets or anything like that, does it?
Frogs?
Frogs?
Yeah.
Oh, frogs is actually a really good guess. No matter where you go, there's an Indonesian fishing. There's actually a couple in our beautiful bay.
So we've sold the other two, and now we're out to buy burgers with the money we got from them.
Okay. Okay, that wasn't random at all.
Surf's not great right now, but well for us. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow it'll pick up.
Not for us because we are...
Not that great.
Oh, we're just in between beginners and intermediates. We're not that bad. But yeah, no, we need a nice, smooth wave, don't we?
Yeah.
That isn't like 3 stories tall.
Yeah, that would be nice.
The weather was a bit fickle for the remainder of the month, so we tackled the waves as best we could. Check out that clear water.
Man, get this life for free from the more side. The way we come, we go. One time, make I live my life and do shakara. Make I kick away from me. Bad vibes. Men body, they set up for much enjoyment. Men body, they ready.
So there's a lot of current here at the moment. Our poor swim ladder's hardly coping. And we're here at Tikis in the Mentawai Islands, and the girls have decided that they're going to jump off the front and race each other to get to the back. Are you ready, ladies?
Oh my god, I'm going to be in the dark. Ouch.
Oh my god, you guys are like dragging me. I felt something hard.
Are you okay?
You guys can't like fly it.
So who can we say won?
I reckon I would have won.
Okay, no one wants to know woulda, coulda, shoulda. Everyone wants to know about the winner.
I won. Does that mean I get a second yo-yo?
No. Aloita Resort, just coming in for a chunky monkey. We really enjoyed our time in the Mentawais despite the inclement weather.
But join us next time as we head north, check out of Indonesia, and sail for Malaysia.
Make them run, make them run, make them to Shakala. Make them to Shakala.